Hi there. Okay, we're good. We're doing this for real. Second time's a charm. So yeah, the dog just thought he heard something, so we need to make sure that nobody was in the house or anything like that. Just a little bit of you know, safe paranoia. So yeah, let's start the game. And something. So yeah, I realized that I don't think we actually heard that sound last time on the stream, or if we did, I skipped it. So let's give it an actual Sierra proper opening there. Yeah, you know what? This might help the whole lighting situation. Yeah, much better, much better. Okay, awesome. Just yeah, have a window open. So not open, open. Just light open. All right. So keep in mind, I have two animals in the room here. So if you hear anything, it's either the kitty or the dog. If it sounds like it's not from the game, I'm trying to keep them away from the streaming apparatus as much as possible. But they like their attention. Cat's gonna do what cats are gonna do. All right, so let's start. And glad to know that it doesn't keep the volume settings that you set. So that's annoying. Okay, seamless fade out between the two sections. All right, I'm gonna do something to make the stream go a little bit faster on your end. Let's hide
That's
that.
annoying.
Oof. Let's hide that video preview. There we are. And hello chat. I still love the Falderall theme. It's so cool. It's just a remix of the Woods theme, but with as many instruments as they could possibly throw together. Oh right, sorry. One other thing. I know we saw the so we have this.
Good evening, sir and madam. Do come right in.
Okay, so we did read the notice about the birthday party, I believe, but let's just double check.
Town hall closed. Come back a little later for the Archduke's birthday party and masquerade ball. Now that sounds like fun.
And I believe we also checked out the faux shop sign, seeing that it was closed.
What do you want?
Well, I'm trying to find my daughter Rosella, and
Oh, sure you are, lady. You're trying to get into the Archduke's birthday party, that's what.
Not sure these things are supposed to
Well,
be
you
rats
can't
or
come in.
voles or
You
moles or
don't
what.
have a mask, and your face is bald. Blah!
Well, yeah, you find out very quickly that the people of Falderall are incredibly racist. But, you know. Alright, let's talk to Fernando.
Forgive me, my lady, but I find it too painful to speak of treasure now.
And let's ask him about the mask as well. Because we need that, obviously.
pardon me, good sir, but what is the price of that lovely mask?
The price is 100 pieces of gold, my lady. But I'll let you have it for 80. I just don't care anymore.
Unfortunately, I've no money. Thank you anyway, shopkeep.
Will you take this gold comb? Actually, we should probably ask him,
My daughter was taken from me by a strange magic.
although I'm sure
She's
he
a
doesn't really
pretty girl,
care.
with hair of gold and eyes of blue. Have you heard of her, shopkeeper?
Not to worry. I read in the society pages about the upcoming marriage of King Otar Fenris III of Volcanix and a blonde-haired,
No,
blue-eyed
Volcanix.
mystery princess.
Phoenix Underground, and Volcanix is the land.
Congratulations, my lady.
Thank you. Oh,
Alright, well, let's help him out.
I know someone who'd really like to see you, Fernando.
Who might that be, my lady? Treasure!
Those eyes. So happy.
I cannot thank you enough, good lady. Here, allow me to present you with this. It is my newest acquisition, and I want you to have it.
Thank you, Fernando. I will always remember you and Treasure.
If you will excuse me, my lady, I must go spend some quality time with Treasure. Yes, tell me all about it, my little precious one.
That sounds really dirty now that I think about it. Why does he need to have the horns up there if he fits through the body of the door? I know it's supposed to be like a gag, but it's kind of failed if you don't actually see him do it. Oh well. And now we have the mask. Looks pretty cheap, but I think it's just because of the cheap 3D.
These things are so...
Oh. She says these things are so beautiful, I'm afraid to even breathe in here. Sorry. I should probably use the actual mouse instead of the laptop pad there, but anyways. Do we want to do things? I'm trying to think about, trying to think ahead. No, I think we'll stay in Falderall. I do like showing off the. No, because the next chapter is going to take a while. You know what? We'll come back for the party in a bit. Because I want to do just this chapter and chapter 4 today. Because chapter 5 is long. Chapter 5 is obscenely long. It's like twice the length of any other chapter in the game. 4 is long in of itself, which is why we're doing we're finishing up 3 and then doing 4. But chapter 5 just requires its own episode. You pretty much go to every single region of the game. It's so long it requires a quick warp system that only occurs in chapter 5. It's nuts. Okay, so one thing I forgot to do, I forgot to ask Addis if he'd seen Rosella. I don't think I've ever done this before.
Good sir, my daughter was taken from me by a powerful magic. She's a lovely girl with eyes of blue and golden hair. Her name is Rosella. Have you seen her?
I have not seen her, my lady, but I have heard word of her. She's to be married to King Otar Fenris III, Lord of the Trolls.
I must rescue her. Where is the kingdom of
She
the
must marry Lord
trolls, sir?
Prince Throckmorton!
The only known portal to the Volcanix underground lies west, beyond the wood of the Weirfolk. My thoughts are unclear, my lady, but I recall hearing of a merchant in the town of Falderall who sells a salve that can get you through the weirwoods.
There we are.
Thank you. Thank you. I must go.
Okay, so there's a merchant in Falderall that sells a salve that could get us to the weirwoods. So that's how you figure out about it. Oh well. I just normally talk to the guy.
Lady Ceres, I will help you if I can.
Okay, so just that nonsense. Okay. And now that we're here and we can do a thing, let's do it. Let's drink some of our fresh water. Deal with that again later. But now that we saved that bird,
Hello, kindest of humans. Do you desire some sacred nectar?
I do indeed. Can you get me some?
Certainly. Do you have a vessel to hold the nectar?
here we are.
Good. Hold it directly below the flowers, my lady.
Now there is a
Thank you.
there is an NPC who later tells you straight up how to break the curse on Addison series, and it has to do with these statues here. Let's actually take a look at them.
These statues are so beautiful. Incredible.
So it turns out that these statues are actually magical and kind of have properties to restore the forest when filled with essentially the fruit of the gods. By the way, it's nectar of the gods. It's not life-giving water. It's just straight up nectar of the gods. Well done with the references, King's Quest. So actually, now that we have the... Oh, okay, I should be able to just pour this in here now. Oh, I guess I can't. I guess I can't fill it until I hear about the prophecy. Oh, that was a waste of time. I'm sorry. I swore you could do it earlier than that. Oh well. So it doesn't actually run out until you pour it, so... Alright. Sorry. I just completely wasted all of your time. Because I wanted to show you what happens when you do that, because it's really cool. It's one of my favorite sequences. Alright, well, we'll get around to it. At least we have this vessel, the jar filled up preemptively, so we can just fix that up as soon as we can. There are a couple things you can do out of order from chapter to chapter. I thought that was one of them. I think I have to go talk to the... No, I don't think I have to talk to the merchant just yet. So I don't need to go through the Werefolk Woods until later. I have to go to the birthday party first. Still giving up. It's great. Alright. Well, you know what? Just for the hell of it, because the birthday party is super short. Let's talk to this guy.
Sir, I was told of a merchant who sells an item which can get me through the wood of the werefolk.
There we are.
Would that be you?
That would be me indeed, dear lady. I have the stuff you desire, a magical salve of great power. However, I will only take one very special item for the salve. It is a magic statuette, a lovely depiction of a nymph gazing into a pond.
Just where can I find this magic statuette?
I am not entirely sure, but last I heard, the Archduke had it.
I can't just take something from the Archduke.
It is not his. The statue is a relic of the realm. Some say it once belonged to Titania, queen of the fairies, when she was just a child. No one knows to whom it rightly belongs.
Well, all right. I must have that salve if I'm ever to see my daughter again.
It's okay to steal something if it was never theirs to begin with. It's not like it could have been a present from Titania. Ah, well. Alright, so. Let's put on our mask. The weird warpy face. Look at that. Ugh. Ugh.
Welcome, my lady.
I love this 2D animation. I love this. Look at this frog. Look at this freaked out frog. So colorful. Let's steal some cake. I can't really talk to anyone here, but you know. Except, we can do this.
Happy birthday, Archduke Yip Yap.
Thank you, my loyal subject.
Doesn't even realize that's me. He's such a derp, it's great. Okay. So yeah, can't really do anything else here. Ate some cake, talked to the Duke. Let's get to the robbery. And welcome to the MC Escher zone. This sequence is frustrating. Let's see if I have this memorized. The doors actually matter. There's a certain order to this. I hope I'm doing this right. I hope this is the right order. I think I was supposed to be in the upside down room first, but oh well. Ow. So you figure like that's supposed to do something like poison you, but no, it happens once and you open the door and that's it. Okay. So the statuette. There's something weird about what you do with the statuette. I think it's like it's on the ceiling and it falls to the floor or something. Alright, well let's
Well, I think the world just got a new definition for tacky.
it's the first I was a kid and this is the first time I'd ever heard the phrase tacky before. So yay, King's Quest teaches you things. Bring back adventure games. They teach children large words.
What a perfectly awful basin.
This entire room is just. I think this is supposed to be some kind of strange guest room for what Fifi Yip Yap thinks. You know, when people from Etheria come by, it's just like, oh yeah, we'll put them in the guest room. They'll feel right at home, and they're probably just like, oh, this guy is horrible and has no taste. All right. Oh, I forget how this works. I think like when the mirrors pulls you into it or something strange. Yeah, here we go. So that happens. Then you open the drawer here. Yeah, oh, and there's a statuette. Okay, perfect. So yeah, you could make it so that instead falls upside down onto the ceiling if you do this wrong. But we didn't do it wrong, so now we just have the statuette. Easy as that. So what about the room with the basin? That comes into play later.
Archduke Fifi, You look every bit as silly on canvas as you do in person.
Best. Official Yip Yap presidential campaign 2014, 2015, whatever.
Ah, that must not be a two-way mirror.
Two-way mirrors. All right. So the statuette. Let's look at this. It's a nymph gazing into a pond. Doesn't that sound like a familiar legend? Curious if anything else works on it. No. Maybe the cloth works on it at one point. I thought there were two items, but in either case, we can do this. This is cool. I like this a lot.
Please, statue, tell me where my daughter is.
Rosella is in mortal peril in the dark land of Ooga Booga.
Rosella! Oh, my baby!
Okay, so a little bit of foreshadowing there that Ooga Booga is where Rosella is, and after she came out of the elevator, and she seems to be having a bit of trouble getting out of that pit. Rushing to hang on to the statuette. That's what it was. We can ask the statuette again where Rosella is in chapter 5. We don't get that kind of cool cutscene, but well, there's no animated footage because the game presumes that you've already given it to the merchant. But in case you haven't, there we go. So you only need to have taken the statuette in order to continue the chapter. I've never actually tried. Why don't we need like a book or something like that now in order to get the crook? It's possible. Oh, you know, I think we get the book from the faux shop. I think the faux shop might be open now. So yeah, so we make to go to the merchant. Ah, and he's out. That's what it is. Okay. So you can't get the salve just yet. And then this happens. Here we are. Oh, that happened.
Blast! I can't reach it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this sequence. Okay. Yeah.
Don't be sad, little hen. I'm sure you can buy more green cheese somewhere in town.
Green cheese? Buck, buck, buck! Green cheese! Buck! That was not green cheese. That was the moon. The sky is falling! Buck, buck, buck!
Well, supposedly that's the moon that fell out of the sky. It's possible it actually is. It's possible the people of Falderall are silly. It's possible Falderall has its own moon. It's never explained. And this is literally it causes just one of the biggest pain in the butt puzzles in the game. And it's a wooden nickel. Awesome. Alright. Well, faux shop seems to be open now. Let's just ignore this whole moon situation for now. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Didn't the Archduke tell us to maybe take the faux shop, however, with a grain of salt?
Ugh,
Eh?
that is salty.
Eh? And here we are. It's great.
Oh, hello, madam. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I love the faux shop. The faux shop reminds me a lot of the pawn shop from King's Quest. King's Quest 6 has a lot of clickables of jokes and gags and silly things. And I'm fairly certain that's supposed to be. It took me forever to try to figure out what this was and why it was so familiar. And it's because it's the two guys from Andromeda glasses from Space Quest. And it's really clever. I only just got it, and I can't believe it's taken me like 15 years to figure that out. Anyways, it's
What a
Cedric.
charming wooden owl. Is it a
Woo!
toy?
A poisonous toy!
Yes,
A
I'm afraid
poisonous
so.
snake!
We tried to hang it in a cornfield to scare the crows, but they just weren't impressed. We finally took the poor owl down when the crows drew a mustache on it.
Yep, sounds about right. Sounds like Cedric. That's terrifying. And a poisonous snake! Like, come on. Come on. That's intentional.
Do you have many customers for fierce-looking false serpents like that one?
Oh, my, yes. They're excellent for keeping people out of your garden, and you never have to feed them.
It's the poisonous snake! And Cedric. Ah, so good. Just right side of references. Alright. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end. It would have been so much better if there was an aardvark popping out of the hat.
It looks like you had quite a few mask sales.
Indeed, I did. Everyone wanted a mask for the Archduke's birthday party. I haven't a single one left. Not one.
Now I know we can trade the mask back to him in a bit. I don't know if we can do that just yet.
What charming little books. What are you asking for them?
Ah, I see you are a woman of good taste. The Wit and Wisdom of Falderall has always been a bestseller. The price is 1 wooden nickel.
A calendar? Yeah.
What an unusual timepiece.
Yes, it's a big hit with my canine clientele. They just can't keep their eyes off it.
I pictured the Archduke just, every day coming in here and just staring at the clock for hours and then leaving. And people just being like, yep, that's just what he does.
Where in the world do you find all of these things?
Oh, I just keep my eyes open for bargains with traveling peddlers and such. Can you believe some of those people think these treasures are junk?
No.
Oh, my goodness. This isn't real. What do people do with false plants?
Well, put them in their
I supply
houses.
false plants to the Archduke's gardener. He always forgets to water the real
Yes.
ones. Of course, he did manage to set one of these on fire last week.
Ah,
Is that chicken made of rubber?
Yes, it is. It is the finest and stretchiest rubber chicken I've ever seen. I'd have to ask something very special in exchange for it.
oh, you know what? I think, yeah, that's how you do it. I was right. You can do the water thing in this chapter. I just forgot to have to hand over the mask now because we don't need it anymore.
Would you be interested in this lovely mask?
Oh, I would. It's just magnificent. For that, I'll give you the best thing in my store.
Is it Cedric?
Here, take this rubber chicken.
It's not Cedric.
Ah, thank you, I suppose.
Yeah, we have the perfect rubber chicken. Now, normally, there's another puzzle we have to use the rubber chicken in, and then the feather detaches from there. But if you're clever, you can just take the feather right now. And that actually has a large function. So now let's
I'd like to purchase one
get
of
one of
these
the
books
books.
with a wooden nickel, please.
Here you are, madam. Enjoy.
Let's see. Now it's called The Wit and Wisdom of Falderall. And I don't remember. I think you can open it, and I think it's blank. Yeah, it is. Just the Wit and Wisdom of Falderall. It's an empty book because Falderall is stupid. It's great. Of course it costs a wooden nickel. It's worthless. Alright. Alright, so he's gone, so you can't actually get into the werewoods just yet.
Taking advantage of suckers. Back soon.
Nyah, 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 nyah. Alright. So I believe... Okay, so we can't actually put it on the branch just yet. It'd be cool if we could just set up that puzzle a lot faster. Okay, so now let's go deal with that curse and the moon. So the reason I like doing it like this is because in order to go deal with the moon, you have to go all the way back to the mouse, which is on the exact opposite side of the map. It's a long trek. We already made 3/4 of it before, and it sucks. So you might as well do something else on your way over there. So we're going to do that. Alright, so this guy's asleep. I'm going to use a feather to wake him up. Under his nose. This is Felspar, the rock spirit, and he should tell us how to break the curse.
Why have you disturbed my slumber, mortal?
My apologies, noble spirit, but the bountiful woods are in terrible trouble. Lord Attis has been changed into a stag, and Lady Ceres into a tree.
That could not have happened if the River of Life still flowed
There we are.
and the cornucopia was filled. They are the heart and lifeblood of the woods, and it will perish without them. You must start the river flowing by pouring sacred drink into the river maiden's pitcher. Replenish the cornucopia by placing sacred food in the cornucopia maiden's horn of plenty. Act quickly. I cannot stay awake.
What was like Feldspar's design, but his voice actor clearly was actually asleep while recording that. Okay, so these two things are the heart and lifeblood of the woods.
These statues are so beautiful.
So beautiful. All right, yeah, bit of the room humor there for you. Okay, all right. Now it's still slow to get back around, but it's faster to get back, and yeah, it's just other puzzles to have solved in the interim, and it leads to a really cool scene. It makes getting from the from Falderall to the Werewoods a little slower, but it's less treacherous than doing this, so it's not that big. Yeah, I prefer filling up the river because obviously you can't cross those stones when the river is full. So. Alright, I wonder if I can talk to him and tell him what Felspar told me.
Poor fellow.
No, I can't. That's kind of dumb. Oh well. Yeah, nothing else I can use to sideshow it with. Okay. So let's fill this up with some sacred nectar. Start the river of life. Well, we'll get the blood flowing, but the heart will have to wait. Rainbow Bridge, look at that. It's so beautiful.
Come, Lord Attis. Perhaps a drink from the river of life will give you strength.
Don't know how he came from all the way over there, but alright. I mean, he's been sleeping by the tree, but whatever. Whoa! Whoa!
The enchantment has been broken!
Hooray!
Indeed. Now perhaps I can save my lovely Ceres.
Number of times that the
Let us
line,
hurry,
the enchantment has been broken in the King's Quest series. So many. I think it gets uttered at least once per game. But I mean, that's cool, right? That's fairy tales. Fairy tales are awesome, and they always have enchantments being broken. Alright, now this scene always gets me. So lordly strength, able to pull out the stake. That's not good. It made it worse.
It would seem that the curse is stronger than I am, but I will not let her die. I will not.
I wish I could have helped
Well,
you more, Lord Attis. But now I feel I must go to my daughter. I think she's in a dark land beyond these woods, and that she is in grave danger.
Valanice, if she is in Ooga Booga, you must pass through the swamp, and I have learned of a terrible monster who dwells there. I will help you evade him, but first I must try to save my lady love.
So apparently he'll help us with a monster that's in the forest, in the swamp, I believe. But we still need to get in there, and we don't have the salve. But yeah, that's the tree's bleeding actual blood now, and that sucks. We can't pick up the stake. I would have liked to have used that kind of as a revenge plot, well, like as a twist against Militia or something. But not doable. All right, let's take a look at this stuff.
I vow I will help you if I can, noble Attis.
Yeah, I think that's all she says about this whole situation. So he's clearly casting some kind of cure magic or something, slowing down time. He's being all magic-y. Let's leave him to it. He looks really cool though. I love that character design. Why aren't there more Addis cosplays? Because no one cosplays King's Quest. Although maybe with a new game, more people will cosplay King's Quest. That'd be great. Alright, don't think we can take the seed. Oh, and while we're here, like I said, I like keeping as full of an inventory as I can. Oh yeah, right, we can't take any more salt again. I screwed up. Oh well. Although, I don't know, never mind. It's not the salt we need. I wonder if the corn is still there. I don't think it is. I think it's, yeah, it's gone. Right. I forget if we come back here for something else. If we do, I'll deal with it later. All right. So yeah. So the corn's gone, but because we still have the ear of corn, we can always make some fresh water. But until then, all the way back here, this asshole. Just talk to the mouse again. Let's show him some more of our crap that we picked up.
Would you like to trade with me? You won't believe what you will see.
Let's see.
What a cunning rubber fowl. How about a stuffed screech owl?
Yes.
I think I'll pass on that one.
Is it Cedric?
What a gorgeous work of art. Let me get my lizard heart.
I think I'll keep the statue. Thanks anyway.
All right. See you later, Smurf.
What a skillful work of clay.
No thank
Okay, so he doesn't actually say anything if it's filled with something. All right, let's give him the book.
Aha! You offer me a book. I'll get my finest shepherd's crook.
Now that sounds like a good trade.
Okay. So now we have a shepherd's crook. Again, I don't know how a normal player is supposed to. I mean, again, I was young when I was doing this. But rhyme book with crook, and then use that in order to in order to get the moon back. It's one of the strangest puzzles. Most everything else in this game makes sense, or at least is explained in some capacity, but that's just ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. All right. I guess they just presume that, hey, if you don't have anything to solve the problem, go see what the mouse has to do with it. You can, like, rhyme book with hook, and use a fisher's hook. Alright, so now we're back. Back in Falderall. And I think that's it. This'll end the chapter. So we lose the crook.
I saw what you just did. You just stole the moon. Moon thief.
What?
Human. Party pooper.
You are under arrest for all of the reasons my lord the Archduke Yip Yap stated, plus the heinous and disgusting crime of having no fur or feathers to cover your bald face.
Wow.
Let's lock her up till we can figure out what to do with her.
See there.
Charmingly racist animals. Alright. Cool. So, I'm gonna take a break. We just finished chapter 3. I'm gonna start the stream again. That way we have a nice little bookmark for when chapter 4 starts. In let's say 5 or 10 minutes, I'll post again. So yeah, see you in a bit.